Hi, and welcome back to my channel. So don't mind the, the face, I just did a shop my stash this morning. So we will have one for the following weekend. This video, you could probably expect this up on Wednesday. I do apologize that I didn't post anything this past week, but I just didn't feel like filming. So I have a bunch of updates to show you guys around the house. So that's kind of what this is going to be. It's probably going to be really short and sweet. And then I do want to make a list of things that I need to do. I'm pretty happy right now because my husband surprised me. He texted me this morning while I was doing my makeup. He works, by the way, for Pepsi, nonetheless. And he's one of their drivers. And so he got out early today, early-ish, and he texted me and asked, or called me, sorry, and asked me what I was doing. I told him I'm putting up my makeup. And he's like, oh, okay. He's like, do you want to go to the plant nursery when I get out of work? I was like, yeah, I want to go. I've been saying that I've been wanting to just step into a nursery. I just love the whole vibe of all the plants. Fortunately, my favorite nursery was closed today, which is Crinklewood. So we did go to another one, which is like my second favorite here in town. That was Boyle's, and I did buy a plant, so I'll show you guys too, because that is also an update. But without further ado, let's just get into it. First thing first, in my IKEA cabinet, my beautiful fried egg is already putting out a new leaf. Can you guys see it there? Oh my gosh. I saw it and I was like, oh, is it really putting out a new leaf already? You see it? I don't know why it's focusing somewhere else. Like legit, like it just finished putting out this leaf right here, which is freaking beautiful. That leaf is stunning. It still hasn't dropped any other leaves, but as you can see, one of the older ones is kind of crisping there at the end, or turning brown, I mean. But yeah, so that's one thing. My philodendron tort, I'm sorry, I've been drawing blanks lately, is also putting out a new growth point there, and this was the leaf that was unfurling when I first got it. And then I'm a little sus on this one. Now online it says that this is water damage. And I did consult my app, which I guess maybe now it is looking like water damage. But see, like right there in the beginning, it doesn't look necessarily like water damage. I legit thought that this was thrips. Now I can kind of see, maybe, I don't know. But I did put this under a microscope to see if I saw any pests. And I didn't. I think I recorded a part of it. If I have the footage, I'll go ahead and show it to you guys. But yeah, hold on. What's going on here? There we go. Sorry, camera, I'm not used to it. Yeah, so she's not doing so good. Definitely not a plant that likes to be underwatered at all. And I am a chronic underwaterer. I do have to water some plants, like you can tell my Forgetti really needs to be watered. But I think that's all the updates I have inside the cabinet here. Let's see. My Gloriosum is already pushing out the new growth, so I should be expecting a new leaf from it. My Ring of Fire is also putting out a new growth, so same, I should be expecting a new leaf there. Then we also have here my Belletier working on a new leaf. Which I don't think I show very often, my Philodendron Varicosum put on that cute little leaf there, and it looks like it's self-attached itself to the pole because I haven't secured it yet. Even my Pink Princess, which, by the way, since we're here, I'm gonna chop. I've decided to do it because this up here I can deal with, right? But this down here is not the business. No, that is not cute. I don't even mind like the little bundle right there in the bottom. Excuse the mess. But yeah, the top looks really nice, but I don't like the bottom. of the plant, so that does have to go. Now I'm not sure what kind of lighting they're actually getting there towards the middle of this section here. I know they're getting bright light from the lights up here, but this little stand of my Hoyas does block some of the light here. So I don't know, we'll see. And then in other updates, I did switch my Hoya, so I did put, I forgot what she's called on this side because I wanted her to sun stress again, get those really pink leaves. I think you can see one there. And then I moved my super silver on the other side because I'm pretty sure, sorry, you probably can't hear me. I'm pretty sure that it was sun stressing. And the leaves weren't as silver. They were turning more of like this dark green color, which I think you can kind of see here. Yeah, so I switched it because this light is a little bit more, not as strong. I mean, I don't know how to say it. And look, this one's finally putting out some more growth. It is going to start to fill out for me, and this section is just going to be really pretty, draping of just different type of Hoyas, and I love that. What else? What else? What else? Honestly, I think that's it for this room. I'm pretty sure. I do have some more exciting updates for you guys in the living room plants though, so let's take a look at those. Okay, so we're here in my living room, and as you can see, I have my Hoya reverse carry here. Her new leaves are growing. So this one here, it still hasn't hardened off. That's a new leaf that started to grow. Then as you can tell, this one's growing. It hadn't done very much for a really long time. And then the stem here at the bottom is finally growing as well. So this leaf here was from the second stem that I had in there, and it hadn't done anything for the longest time. I did move the leaf around so that it could actually collect light on itself, and then it started to put out this one. And as you can see, it does have a new little leaf there growing. So it's finally starting to grow for me. I think it really enjoys these lights. It's fairly close to it. Plus, I did put a stake for it to have some more support. So I'm excited that it's growing. Then I also wanted to show you guys my little props. So I did chop my philodendron silver sword because it just wasn't cute. And as you can see, it has several growth points there that just weren't growing, so I just decided to go ahead and chop it. Don't mind all the dust, okay? And all the dirt. But yeah, I went ahead to decide to go ahead and chop it, along with the frosted heart, which I did mention, I think, once before, which is finally growing new little leaves there. All the growth points are activated, it looks like, but they are taking their sweet time, and I'm pretty sure it's just because, you know, it's winter. So another thing I need to do is I need to repot this. So I have this in this really cute pot, which I absolutely love. I'm so a little sad that I do need to change it out of its pot, but I'm going to put it where my begonia maculata used to be, because I need to pot this one up with that one. And then I honestly think that I'm going to go ahead and pot my aria, my Syngonium aria, with my albo, because even though it is supposed to be yellow variegation, if you look at it, it's kind of extremely similar. It is a little bit more creamier, but I mean, really, you know, I might as well just put it in there. And she's so lanky and kind of bald, and I love how bushy and beautiful that looks, so I figured might as well. So I want to pot those plants all together, so it's going to need a bigger pot, and if I remember correctly, last time I did that with the cuttings, there is little to no room. Okay, sorry for the lighting. I know it's really cloudy today, but this is probably the most exciting part. And yes, I still have my Christmas stuff up. I haven't had a chance to put it away, but I need to show you guys. Okay, so right here is my Hoya polyneura. And do you guys remember I showed you guys that it had a potential peduncle? Well, she bloomed. Oh, and it's so pretty. Hold on, let me move my pink princess so we can get a good look at those blooms. Oh, it's so pretty. Can you guys see it? I don't know if it's too close. Do you see it? Oh my gosh. Look at that. They're just so stinking cute. I'm so excited. Do you guys see the sap coming out of it? I actually did taste it because I've seen people do that before, and it's actually really sweet. I don't smell anything from it, so no scent that I know of, but it's such a cute flower. Absolutely love it. You can hear my kids, they're arguing in the background. Where is it? On this side of the Hoya, we do have another peduncle. Hopefully you guys can see it there. Again, forgive the lighting. So that one's going to be the next one to bloom. And I want to say that this one, yeah, has a very tiny peduncle there as well. Yeah, but it actually bloomed, which makes me super excited. And then look who decided to finally start working on her blooms. So this has to be for sure then a Christmas cactus. I think that's what they're named after the holidays, or holiday cactuses, because they bloom around the time of the holidays. So we have 2 blooms here in the front. There are 2 more blooms there in the back. And so far they haven't fallen off. There's actually 2 more back here if you guys can see them. But yeah, she's gonna bloom, so I can't wait to show you those. Hopefully it will be on a filming day. Then if we go down here, we do see my philodendron white ghost, or Florida ghost, I think. So I did chop this one back, and then these are all its cuttings, which I've never shown you guys, I don't think, but look at the little babies in there. They are so freaking cute. So I need to pot these up too. This is where I'm saying, like, I need to make a list of all the things I need to do, which obviously I just have it in a spaghetti sauce jar that I saved. I need to fill this up with water as well. Yeah, so I have a couple of plants that I need to pot up. And then if you look on the side of the jar, right there, you could see little leaves in the water. Can you see it? I hope the camera's catching that. So it's putting out a lot of new growth. The older leaves don't look that good, but hey, that's what they're doing. Okay, hopefully this mic does a good job at canceling music or sounds in the background, because my daughter's out there being a little superstar and singing to music pretty loudly. So I think that's basically all the updates that I have, but I did want to sit down and kind of create a list of things. Oops, I'm going to makeup brushes. So this is my notebook, which I got off of Amazon. I used to do these Amazon videos of like items that I purchased from Amazon that I considered my favorite. This would definitely be up there along with this pen, because I mean, I don't know about you guys, but I have a little bit of an obsession with pens, and don't mind my nails, I know I need to get them done, but this writes so good. So I do have a little bit of a list already of like plant chores that I need to do. So like plants that I need to repot, and then plants that I need to prop. So I did decide to go ahead and chop my philodendron pink princess. I haven't done it yet, as you can see it there in the background, but that is something that I definitely wanted to do. I also thought about starting over one of the vines on my Hoya Australis Lisa. I'll try to get some footage in. There's just one vine, which I think was the original one, that just isn't growing. Like, it has a growth point, but it's not growing. Like, so one is like really taking off and the other isn't. And I feel like a chop may help with that. As far as repots, I know for sure that I need to repot the Syngonian albo that I showed you guys, and then I also need to repot my Monstera albo, and I'm debating whether or not I should actually chop that plant, because it is kind of balding at the bottom, and that really bugs me. The only reason I'm so hesitant is because I'm pretty sure I'll be able to propagate it and repot it into the same pot, or if not a bigger one, is just because the aerial roots have attached itself to its support. So I'm like, I know that once you kind of detach them, they won't attach again, and they may potentially kill off the roots as well. It doesn't always happen, but it can happen. So I'm nervous for that reason only. So I don't know. I think maybe when I try to repot it into a bigger pot, because it is as compacted as I guess it can be in there. Like, I'm sure it's more roots now than it is soil. So it does need just a bigger pot. I don't want to get super tall, but I mean a little bit taller and maybe probably wider. Another solution I thought was maybe putting the stem a little bit into the soil, but I don't know. You guys let me know, you planty people, if you do follow me and you take care of plants, let me know what you guys recommend in the comments. But that's one thing, so I'm still thinking about doing that. Then obviously I do need to pot up my Florida Ghost, so put that here. And I want to put them in the same pot. So I like to have multiple plants, but multiple different plants, but all the same plants that I do have, I like to pot them all together. So it's just one big, full, bushy plant of whatever. So I have a new task too. This is what I got today when we went to the nursery, which is called Boyles. It's off of Allen Road here where I live, and look how full and pretty this plant is. Again, I do apologize for the lighting. I do have a ring light here to assist with the lighting, but it's just a dark, kind of gloomy day, so any other light's going to make everything else look like super intense. So I did already have one, but it was smaller, and it definitely was not this full. This looks like it's 3 stems maybe of the plant. No, it's just 2 stems, just 2 really big full stems, and this feels pretty heavy, so I think they watered it recently, but hopefully it stays this full and I'm gonna be able to keep it happy. I'm hoping. It's not gonna fit on my windowsill, so I am gonna have to put it somewhere where it's getting some pretty bright light. Of course, we need to try to quarantine this because this was outside. So I'm hoping that it'll acclimate pretty good here in my house. I'm hoping that it won't go into shock since it was pretty cold out there. But I eventually want to pot this along with the other barricaded bear paws that I have. So I'm thinking, probably just put it somewhere on this side. And this side it's kind of bare. You could tell where it was definitely leaning towards the light. So we need to repot that as well. So I'm going to put, and then I'm trying to think what else I need to do. I know like there's a bunch of things that I do need to buy in order to do this. Oh, that's right. I have tasks. I keep forgetting. So I have these catchies that I bought on Amazon to help me with the fungus gnat problem that I had before, because obviously I was kind of overwatering or watering too frequently, like where the soil kind of just stays moist and becomes a perfect home for pests, the fungus gnats. So I want to go ahead and clean those up again because we are in the middle of winter and I figured it's just a good time to do it. And a lot of the pads, since I haven't been using them lately for my underwatering, are kind of just really dusty and just full of nasty little things in there. So we need to do that. So I need to buy, going to things that I need to buy. I need to buy a new pot for my green monstera that I have in the front house. She doesn't look the greatest, I'm not gonna lie, but she's not dead either. She's alive. And I want to get a bigger pot so that I could have it out there. But I'm also tempted to buying another monstera so that it would look fuller, even if it is a more juvenile form of monstera. That's if I find it for a good price. So I want to go to Lowe's eventually, or Home Depot, wherever, Walmart, and see if they have a decent sized monstera, even if it's not fenestrated yet, so that I could pot it with my big monstera that I have outside, and hopefully it'll just look prettier with the fuller plant. I then also need to buy a new pot for my gloriosum because it is towards the end of it, so I need to get one that's a little bit longer. So I need to measure and see if I can find a long pot for it that way. Though I also need to buy a new pot for my monstera albo because the one it's in, it's currently the biggest pot that I have that isn't being used. Because I don't have anything bigger that's free, is what I mean. I'm out of soil. I have like a very small bag. I know I showed that in one of my past videos, so I do need to buy another bag of delicates, which I already have ready in my cart. I just haven't been around to trying it yet. I still need to buy another light for the Calathea and Maranta that I have here, the little Sansi light that I was planning on getting for them. And then I'm also almost out of the Perky Plants fertilizer, and I just want to make sure there's still plenty left since I haven't been fertilizing because it is winter. I just want to make sure that I have a full bottle come spring and summer, that I do have that to provide to my plants. So that's also on the list too, just so that I don't forget. But I think that's everything. So yeah, that's about it. So I'm not gonna do much today as far as these chores. I'm thinking about maybe going ahead and chopping the Hoya australis at least. I think I might wait on the pink princess until it gets a little bit warmer and brighter in the room. I'm not sure. Yeah, I think I'm gonna wait. I'm just gonna wait on both of them. Sorry. I'm trying to think if there's anything else that I need to do. I think that's it. So I'm probably just gonna end the video here so I can get to work, because I do have a couple of plants that I need to water. And I also need to wash my dishes first, because I do have a sink full of dishes, or at least load them into the dishwasher. I had my son put the dishes away. He does have chores, and one of them is to put the clean dishes from the dishwasher away. I don't think that's bad at all. But yeah, that's basically it. Let's do one more look at this beauty. I know, isn't it cute? I'm so happy. Look just how full this plant is. Oh my god, it's so pretty. I'm so happy. Alright. Well, that's basically it. I hope you guys kind of like this more shorter video. I think it's shorter. If you did, please give this video a thumbs up. Leave me some comments down below on what you would like to see next. And until next time, bye.